Toys R Us Canada is shrinking again and preparing to ask an Ontario court for permission to put the entire business up for sale, according to new filings in its Companies Creditors Arrangement Act (CCAA) case. The chain, which entered creditor protection on February 3, 2026, says it has notified landlords at St. Laurent Centre in Ottawa and Woodgate Plaza in St. John's, Newfoundland that those stores will soon close. It will also hand back 2 locations it already shuttered, the Niagara Pen Centre in Ontario and a site in Vaudreuil-Dorion, Quebec. The closures are part of a broader wind-down of unprofitable sites that began before the CCAA filing. Court papers show Toys-R-Us Canada owes roughly $120 million to vendors, plus significant amounts to landlords and service providers. The company, owned by Putman Investments, has appointed Neil Taylor as Chief Restructuring Officer and Alvarez and Marshall Canada Incorporated as monitor. About 22 stores remained operating as of early February, down from more than 80 when Putman bought the chain from Fairfax Financial in 2021. The monitor's website lists 654 full-time and part-time employees still on the payroll. Under the plan outlined in the filings, Toys-R-Us Canada will return to court next month to seek approval to launch a formal sales process. If the court grants the go-ahead, interested parties would submit bids in May, and the company would select one or more buyers in June. The process could result in a sale of the whole business, a breakup of assets, or a combination of both. The chain's e-commerce sites, Toysrus.ca, Babiesrus.ca and HMV.ca, have been suspended since the CCAA order, with a banner directing shoppers to visit remaining stores. The Canadian business has been under pressure from big box and online rivals, declining sales in 2023 to 2024, and liquidity constraints that left many locations unprofitable. Earlier in 2025, it closed 38 stores and put a dozen properties up for sale, while hundreds of workers were laid off in Quebec, Ontario, and Alberta. The latest court documents signal that the restructuring is moving into its next phase, a court-supervised sale aimed at maximizing value for creditors while deciding the fate of the remaining Toys-R-Us and Babiesrus stores across the country.